Alex here with a very interesting video. So this is a video I've been excited to do for a while, and today I thought I'd take a look at the evolution of the LEGO BARC Speeder. So I'll be taking a look at how the design of the BARC Speeder has changed over the period of a decade from 2011 on the left to the most recent edition of the BARC Speeder from 2020 on the right, whether the design has evolved to become better or worse, which version I like the best, and which one I think is more accurate to Star Wars media. So I thought this would be an interesting original video to do. Before we get started, I think it'd be helpful if I gave some background information on which sets these BARC Speeders appeared in. This BARC Speeder to the far left appeared in set 7913, the Clone Troopers Battle Pack. This set, which released in 2011, had 85 pieces, 4 minifigures, and retailed for £10 or $12. This BARC Speeder in the centre appeared in set 75037, Battle on Saleucami. This set, released in 2014, had 178 pieces, 5 minifigures, and retailed for £15 or $20. And the third and final BARC Speeder that I'll be taking a look at is from set 75280, 501st Legion Clone Troopers. This set had 285 pieces, released in 2020, had 6 minifigures, and retailed for £25 or $30. Just a quick observation is that these BARC Speeders, as time has gone on, have been appearing in bigger and more expensive sets. Now, while this doesn't make an overall difference to the evolution of the vehicle, it is an interesting thing to note nonetheless. One of the key ways in which the BARC Speeder has evolved through time is through its colour scheme, and LEGO has tried loads of different things to try and find out the best combination. So the first one that I have here is from 2011. It has this really nice sand greenish white colour scheme, which looks really quite slick. You can't see quite as much of it as you can on the blue or the red here, but it is there and it does look good nonetheless. Now, the second BARC Speeder, which I have here from 2014, has a red and white colour scheme with alternate colours at the front, and it does look a bit like a candy cane right here at the front, which I think is quite funny to note, but it does look good nonetheless. The stickering, there is no stickers on this front thing here, which is also something to note. There's a lot more detail here, sticker on there, sticker there, and it looks much better. This does look bulky, but we'll get to that in terms of design in a minute. But yeah, that is the colour scheme for the second BARC Speeder, which I have to show. And the final BARC Speeder that I have to show is from 501st Legion Clone Troopers, and as you can see, it has the iconic grey, blue, and black, a little bit of black colour scheme for the 501st Troopers, and this looks the most recognisable and iconic of the three. While these two do look good, I think this is definitely the best one for terms of colour scheme. Nice sticker detail there, and the blue works really well with the grey, so this definitely has the best colour scheme. However, LEGO has evolved the colour scheme to try and fit with different things, with green, red, and finally blue. Next up, we're going to take a look at the design of the BARC Speeder, so how the actual design has evolved through the years, and how they've come from this to this in the period of a decade. So starting right off, we have this one here from 2011, and it has a really clean look to it. I would describe it as clean. So looking here, we have this really nice slope piece and this tile piece that works really well too. Turning it around, we do have these slope pieces, and these slope pieces work so well for this. The colour scheme obviously fits well, but that was all for colour, and this looks really good, very nice, and clean is the word that comes to mind when I think of this one. Very clean, not bulgy unlike this one, but we're going to get to that in a minute, but it looks very slick design for the first one here. Now, while the second BARC Speeder that I have to show here does take a few steps in the right direction with extra stickering and more details and different techniques, it does, however, in my opinion, sacrifice the clean, slick look that we have from the 2020 and 2011 BARC Speeders by putting a spring-loaded shooter. Now, the spring-loaded shooter is good for play features, and we will discuss that later on in the video. However, on the top of the BARC Speeder, it makes it look really bulky, which it shouldn't do. It should look really slick with these slope pieces that they've used here, and it just doesn't look like that. They've tried to regain that with slopes on the top or a tile piece there, but I just think that that spring-loaded shooter really sacrifices the slickness of the build. They do have a slope here, which is nice, and we haven't seen that, so that's an example of how it's evolved for the worse, in my opinion, but the back does look good still, and the general design is okay. It does look pretty good, and it has stepped up in some places, but the spring-loaded shooter really lets it down for the slick aspect of the BARC Speeder. The third BARC speeder, however, completely fixes that issue. I don't know whether someone brought it up with Lego that didn't look very good. However, they completely took away the spring-loaded shooter and it looks so much better. The slick design with the sticker detailing, all the different pieces that they've used to achieve this slick design is absolutely fantastic. Even the piece they used at the front, they used different pieces at the front for all of these, and this looks the best in my opinion. They have a nice big bit at the bottom which makes the BARC speeder stand up nice and tall, and it is more stable than the others as well. Much bigger, which actually is more accurate. I did think it looked way too big when I got it in hand first, but looking at pictures of it, this is the right size, and you can see that there is a whole inch between the end of that and the end of this one from 501st Legion Clone Trooper set. Fantastic design, very slick, very good looking, definitely the best of them all, and evolved ultimately for the better. So how has Lego evolved the play features that we see on these BARC speeders? And for this, the answer lies at the front. So here, there are absolutely no play features aside from swooshing this one around and pretending with the clone. No play features for this one whatsoever. Now this one was a game changer because it added the spring-loaded shooter, which although sacrificing the slick look does work really well for play features and really makes it worth it for kids playing with the set. But ultimately 2020 fixed both issues by having stud shooters here which work really well on the sides without having the spring-loaded shooter there, keeping the slick design and having best play features in my opinion. Both of these have good play features, but for the combination, 2020 has definitely evolved from this one. You can definitely see the path of evolution of this BARC speeder from no play features to play features integrated really well. Accuracy towards Star Wars media for these three BARC speeders is a little bit difficult to determine because I could only find two decent pictures of the BARC speeder appearing in Star Wars media, which is strange because it seemed to have quite a prominent role in the Clone Wars. However, the two pictures I could find were one from a book and one from Star Wars Battlefront 2. So the one from the book looks really reminiscent of here, the 501st Legion Clone Troopers BARC speeder. The blue works perfectly. You can just see how well Lego have integrated this in. It looks absolutely really accurate. Just shows how accurate this later version is. Really great. The front looks good. The stud shooters would be more accurate if they weren't there. But this accuracy, certainly for the size as well, works really well, and this set does really pay off for accuracy, and it shows just how it's evolved to be more accurate over the years. While obviously the latest BARC speeder here has the best accuracy, it's interesting to take a look at how this one evolved to become this one, and whether it sacrificed or gave more accuracy. And the answer is, for me, this one is more accurate. Taking a look at the picture from Star Wars Battlefront 2, although the colour scheme for each of these is completely different, I'm sure it's accurate to what it was based off. The slickness and the slick design does look much better here. There is no bulky bit at the end. There's not meant to be. It's meant to be a slope like this or like this. This really does sacrifice the accuracy of it. Great play feature though, but this is definitely the more accurate. So it evolved in potentially a bad way here, which is interesting. However, definitely solved all the problems with the 501st Legion Clone Troopers BARC speeder. Thank you very much for watching. I had an absolutely fantastic time putting this video together. If you ask me which one of these is the best BARC speeder design, I would 100% go with the 501st Legion Clone Troopers BARC speeder. Very well rounded, best accuracy, best play features in my opinion. Absolutely fantastic BARC speeder, and I should definitely think you should pick this up while it is available. But it was interesting to see how this one evolved potentially badly into this one, but both of these came together in a really well-rounded BARC speeder with the final 2020 model. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you want to see more of these evolution of type Lego videos. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching, please do like and subscribe. Goodbye.